if they did. What if the case involved a missing person that was linked to some dangerous mafia gangsters? If the private investigator gets involved, they may uncover details that the mafia doesn't want to be indulged, thus making the private investigator a threat to them. Now the PI has enemies, and dangerous ones at that. We've just injected high stakes for that protagonist, and if they take on that case, they're going to be at risk. So, whether you imply all 12 steps of Vogler's hero's journey stages or not, the refusal of the call to adventure can help amp up your tension and conflict by raising the risks and stakes involved. Number three, to create empathy and character depth. Any character can take on an adventure or handle a conflict that is thrown at them. We've seen that time and time again in any action flick. But not every action movie takes the time to create empathy for the protagonist or offers character depth that allows us to feel empathy towards that character. For Paul's example in Burning America, Paul is not a dynamic, extroverted, and social person, but a homebody and primary caregiver. Now we see if he is up to the challenge and if he can react quickly to that trauma. He's got to work quickly and fast and expeditiously. When a protagonist refuses the call to adventure, they're revealing their own insecurities, fears, and inner conflicts. This is a bridge to allow the reader and audience to feel empathetic towards the protagonist. We're allowed to relate to that character or, at the very least, sympathize with their plight. In Rocky, we only get a brief refusal of the call to adventure when he's offered the chance of a lifetime. But the fact that he initially rejects the offer shows his insecurities. He may be a fighter, but he's insecure with himself and his abilities, and that introduces a lot of empathy. Bonus, I can show you Rocky's refusal of the call, and offers some introduction to key character depth as well. If our private investigator took the case instantly, that may show some bravado, but we're missing out on some character depth and opportunities for empathy. Most people won't relate to a character that just takes a case no matter what the risks may be. But if you show that they are hesitant, you can start to reveal any number of possible compelling character traits. Maybe the private investigator is asked to take on a missing child case, and it's revealed that they lost their own child to a sexual predator. They refuse the case because it's too close to home. But what if they end up taking the case to help them get closure and prevent another parent from losing a child? This is how you create empathy and introduce further character depth, all because you had your protagonist refuse the call to adventure. The refusal of the call to adventure allows you to create instant tension and conflict within the opening pages and first act of your story. It also gives you the chance to amp up the risks and stakes involved, which, in turn, engages the reader or audience even more. And it also manages to help you develop a protagonist with more depth that can help to create empathy for them. That's your task in stage 3 of the hero's journey, as shown by both Vogler and Joseph Campbell originally in the 12 stages of the hero's journey. Now, if you'd like some of those bonus elements that I mentioned, get in touch with me because I can show you those and some very famous examples from movie history. If not, make sure you get a copy of Burning America in the Best Interests of the Children, and I can show you and illustrate Joseph Campbell's 12 stages. That's it for this particular episode of Stage 3 of the Hero's Journey as analyzing Burning America. Until next time, Deus Vult.